Hi.
Hello, hello.
Okay, hi. Okay, hello.
Hello.
So where did we stop last time?
So last time we just focused on speaking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And about this book, where did we stop? Here?
I think we finished here. Yeah.
Okay. So how about this? Finished, right?
Yeah, all finished for
Oh,
this
okay. Very
topic.
good.
For the test practice, do I have to do it?
Yes, have you done it at home?
Not quite. I just focus on the grammar and do the homework.
Okay. The grammar.
Yeah.
Okay. So which unit did we stop with grammar?
I think it's unit 4. I think.
Okay, unit 4. Unit 4. Have we finished unit 4? I think not quite, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So now we're going to work on unit 4, okay?
Okay.
So now please, have you done this part at home?
Yes.
Okay, very good. So now please read the answers for me.
So extraordinary is amazing.
Extraordinary.
Extraordinary.
Yes,
Yeah.
okay. Is, okay, what is the meaning?
The meaning?
Uh-huh.
Something is perfect.
Perfect. So which one? Which one will you match it with? What
A
meaning?
D.
D. Okay.
Amazing.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Okay. Amazing. 2. Sibling.
Sibling is brother or sister. A.
Yeah. Number 3.
Achievement is F. Success.
Success. Very good. Okay.
Yep.
4. Keyboard.
Keyboard is C. Part of a piano or computer.
Piano.
Piano.
Yes. Okay. Continue,
No.
please.
Demand. Demand is H, as in a forceful way.
Very good.
6. Master verb is reach is B. Reach a high level in something.
Very good. Okay.
Gifted is G. Very talented. Right?
Yeah.
In rapid succession is quickly one after another.
Yeah. One after another.
One after another. Reputation is status.
Reputation is status. Okay.
Precautious. Precocious is fast development at a very early age.
Very good. Okay. So now we'll do the listening and complete the notes below, huh? So we will have two exercises. Have you listened to this part at home?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
It's quite easy.
Yeah, it's quite easy, huh? So can we skip it?
Yeah.
Okay. So now we'll just move on to the exercise part. If you have any question, we can help you to correct. Okay. So can you read the exercise 1 for me, please?
Okay. Read the text or just the answer?
How do you want? What do you want?
I think just read the answer.
Okay.
Yeah. So one is had found.
Mm-hmm.
Two is had entered.
Had entered. Okay. But
Yeah.
three.
Three is had made.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Four is hadn't discovered.
Hadn't discovered. Okay.
Had turned up.
Had also turned up. Okay.
Yeah. Had also turned up. And six is had multiplied.
Is had multiplied.
Multiply.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I just have one question with this is I see the viết tắt của cái này là phải D.
Is that contraction? Oh yeah, right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how to spell it like in a sentence.
Had, like,
Had.
what do you mean? I don't really understand.
In the verb form is had in plus the participle. Yeah, but in the contraction is will like, and I don't know how to spell it like.
Oh, you mean the contraction of the had?
Yeah.
Okay. I had actually had normally people don't use contractions here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so they just because I saw it
people will like, actually it's not like getting confused, but like, oh, this is like an advice for you to like, we do not use contractions in IELTS writing.
Yeah,
like,
I know that.
do not, just don't think about it. Okay.
Okay.
And for this, like, because normally it would be like D, right? Like, let me show you. It'll be something like this.
Yeah.
So I talk, but normally people don't write it like that. I had talked. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like that.
Okay, continue, please. Number 2.
So one is words.
Number 2
Is had double.
had doubled. Okay. Number 3.
Remain.
Remained.
4 is began.
Began. Okay.
Yeah. Had triple.
Had triple. Number 6.
There was. There was no change.
7.
Increased.
Okay. 8.
Idea. Had reached.
Number 9.
When it had picked.
Very good. Number 10.
Idea. Had managed.
Very good. Oh, you're doing great. Okay.
Yeah, it's quite easy to figure out what tense based on the time.
Yeah. So, but the thing is, we should know how to apply it in your speaking.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, continue, please. Number 2.
Range 2 is, which is I had always been.
Has always been. Had always been. Okay.
And I had heard people say it was an unforgettable experience.
Okay.
I will read the tests. I was very excited when I arrived on the day.
Yeah.
Although beforehand, I had felt a little frightened.
I had been feeling. Okay. Had been feeling. They wanted to emphasize on like the
Ah,
whole period. Like he, for example, I was feeling very scared when I got before I came here, something like that. Yeah. So had been feeling.
had
Okay.
been feeling frightened. My friends and I had come in the
Uh-huh.
hope that by the end of the day we would be able to say we had worked
Yes.
across hot, burning cold.
Mm-hmm.
Our teacher was very good, and by tea time, we uh, had learned
Yeah.
a great deal and had prepared the fire. Uh, I I had expected to
Mm.
be terrified when the time came to work, but as I took up my shoes and socks, I didn't feel afraid.
Mm.
I approached the coast as my friends before me had done and started walking.
Mm.
I could feel the heat, but as I stepped back onto the grass at the other end, I knew the coast uh, hadn't burned my feet at all.
Mm.
Uh, and as I had hoped, all my friends managed the work and none of us were burned. The whole experience was amazing, and I just wished I had done it sooner.
Very good. Okay. Yeah. We talked about the wish okay, already, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
In the grammar test. Yeah. Very good. Okay. Afraid. So do you know the difference between afraid to and afraid of?
Mm, no.
No. Okay. For example, I'm afraid of. Uh, okay. I'm afraid of.
Eh?
Uh, okay. Just make it simple. Like I don't want to climb the tree because I'm afraid of falling down. Okay?
Oh,
And then people
yes.
say, don't be afraid to step out of your comfort zone. So, afraid of is something that you can't control. Okay? And afraid to is something that you can choose whether to do or not.
Mm.
Okay? Can you see a difference now?
Okay, yes.
Very good. Okay. So can you make like 2 sentences for me, please?
Uh, I am afraid of the speaking test,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm afraid to um, uh, I afraid to mm,
To do something. To,
mm,
or you can just say, I'm too afraid to watch the film alone.
yeah, that
Yeah.
makes sense.
Okay. Continue, please.
Uh, the lectures had started by the time they got there.
Yes.
Started. In the supermarket, he bought all the ingredients he need and then went home to make her birthday cake.
Mm-hmm. All. This part. All love. All.
Oh,
All. Okay. Number
oh.
4.
Holly did very well in her exam. which was shocked because she uh, hadn't hadn't had not
There's a
she
never here. So had not or had never.
had never right?
Had
Had
never.
never taken
Yes, had never taken an exam
taken
before.
exam before.
Okay.
They went on a big tour of Britain. First, they stayed in London for a few days. Then they visited Cambridge, York, and Edinburgh, and then Bath. They had been to Bath before, but they liked it so much that they decided to go back again.
Okay, very good.
Scientists announced the launch of the new drugs last week. They had been developing it for 5 years.
Yes.
By the time I got to the meeting, they had already discussed the important issues and they had made a big decision without me. I headphone from my mobile to tell them the train was late, and I felt annoyed that they didn't wait. No, that they had not waited for me.
Hadn't waited.
Hadn't waited for me.
Okay.
I looked terrible when I saw Joe last night because I had been running for over an hour and I was exhausted. Exhausted.
Okay. Yeah. So, like, do you know the method of reading? Have we talked about that? Like how
reading?
how do you do a reading text?
So it depends on the questions. Like so my strategy will look at the questions first.
Yeah.
And then I will decide how to read the passage.
So can you explain more for me, please?
So there's a few type of questions. Like the first of that will be name the paragraph, or choose which paragraph is the sentence in, right?
Headings, you mean?
Yeah, heading.
Okay.
And or choose which paragraph is the sentence or in the paragraph, not.
Okay.
True phones, or do we have true phones, right?
Yeah. So yeah, there is. So I have a question. Like normally, how would you do a reading test?
I
How would you
will
read it?
read the first sentence first. To first or the second sentence to know what is the paragraph is telling me. Yeah. And then I will look back the questions to decide how to read the whole paragraph or not, or just scan really fast through it to get information.
Okay. So I'm gonna share my way of reading, huh? Okay. So I think that the way like we skim and scan, what to say is sometimes not the best. Okay. It's sometimes not the best because you may miss some information, or you may like have to skip back and forth all the time. Yeah, you have to go back and forth all the time to find for the information. So my way of reading is you have to read the questions first. Okay.
Mm.
And then you underline the keywords of the questions. For example, if there is a name, that's it. If there is like a summary of some process, then when you read, oh, okay. So it's just the first part is just like you have to, maybe you will circle or underline any keywords of all the questions, huh? And you try to remember a little bit, or you can just go back to read the questions. But my strategy of reading is to, okay, so when it comes to reading text, you will read it paragraph by paragraph. Okay.
Okay.
For example, if okay, I will read this paragraph first, and then I will try to use like make the most out of it. Yeah, because sometimes the
Mm.
questions and the answers are not in the right order. Are not is the chronological. Sorry, it's not in is in the same order. For
Mm.
example, maybe the first paragraph can help you to answer question 9 or 10 or 11. Okay, so if you go with the order of if you follow the order of the questions, then maybe you won't have to skip back and forth. Yeah.
Mm. Yes,
So
agree.
when you just remember the keywords of the questions, and then you read the paragraph. You read the first paragraph, and then you make sure that you have answered all the possible questions from it, and then you throw it
Oh,
away.
yes. Yeah.
And then you throw it
Okay.
away. You never look back, and then you
Yeah, okay.
move on to the next until the end of the text, so that you will not
Mm.
skip information. Uh, you will
Mm.
not skip information, because if you go with the skim and scan thing, like for example, you scan for the keywords and then you read that part. What if like there's another keyword, the same keyword but in another part? Yeah,
Mm.
and like after each paragraph, if there is like a heading question, it will also be easier for you to choose
Mm.
because you understand the text thoroughly. Yeah.
Mm. Mm.
So you keep like reading until the end. So you will not miss information. You will not, and you will save time because you only read one paragraph once.
Mm.
You will not have to read it so many times. Mm, okay. So for example, this text, the questions, the questions are not really in the same order with the reading. Mhm. So I will give you 15 minutes for this text. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah. So you will try this new method, and then I will check the time. Okay.
Mm. Okay.
Just 15 minutes. Okay, there you go.
So maybe I will switch to my computers to
Okay. You do
control
not
the.
have the okay. I will give you the
No, I will do it on my laptop.
okay, no problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I will set like 15 minutes timer, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Your time start. Just tell me when you're finished.
Yeah, but if the time is done, you should tell me.
Oh, okay, sure. Have you finished?
Yes, I'm finished.
Very good.
Okay.
Okay, so let's check. Can you read the passage for me, please?
Yes. The causes, diagnosis, and prevention of stress. In prehistoric time, the physical changes in response to stress were an essential
Adaptation.
adaptation for meeting natural threats.
Threat. Oh, are you okay? Like, are you well?
Sorry?
Are you like, I don't know, is your throat okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
Oh, okay.
Even in the modern world, the stress response can be an asset for raising levels of performance during critical events such as sports activities, important meetings, or in situation of actual danger or crisis. If stress becomes persistent and low level, however, all parts of the body stress, uh, apparatus, the brain, heart, lungs, vessels, or muscles become chronically over or under activity, or under
Activated. Activate.
uh, activated.
Mm.
This may produce physical or psychological damage over time. Acute stress can also be harmful in certain situations.
Mm. Okay, first of all, in response to,
Response to
yeah.
his response to
Mm. And next, the heart. Uh,
heart.
yes,
Heart.
heart. Okay. Mm. Okay, so what can you get from this part? What
Um,
what question? Which one can you get answer?
Question two. If
Question
stress
two.
continue for a long time, all
Mhm.
of the body's organs are affected.
Okay, what is the answer?
It's true.
True. Why?
Um,
Okay. This if
yes.
stress continues for a long time, so become persistent, right? And then all parts of the body apparatus, body parts, are affected, so are under or overactivated. Okay, so it's
Yeah.
true. What about number one?
Mm, not given.
Not given. Actually, the number one is a little bit tricky. So
Mm,
we have stress was originally an important way of keeping humans safe. So we have this part, the very first question. Sorry, the very first sentence. In prehistoric times, so originally, the physical changes in response to stress were an essential adaptation for meeting natural threats. So, the changes in the human body in response to stress were essential for people to cope with natural threats. Okay? Which means to keep them safe. Yeah, this one is a little bit tricky. Yeah, because they use like, I don't think it's easy to pull down, right? So
okay.
number one is true.
True.
Hmm. Is there anything that we can get from part one? Anything else?
No.
No. Okay, good. So, continue, please. Do you know acute,
Cute.
serious,
No.
severe?
See.
Oh, severe. Okay,
See.
serious.
Okay.
Okay, continue, please.
Psychological effects of stress. Studies suggest that the inability to deal with stress is associated with the onset of depression or
Depression.
anxiety.
Depression.
Depression or anxiety. In one study,
Mm.
two-thirds of subjects who experienced a stressful situation had nearly 6 times the risk of developing depressions within that month. Some evidence suggests that repeated release of stress
Hormones. Hormones.
hormones disrupts normal levels of serotonin, the
Mm.
nerve chemical that is critical for feelings of well-being. Certainly, on a more obvious level, stress diminishes the
Mhm.
quality of life by reducing feelings of pleasure and accomplishment and
Accomplishment.
accomplishment and relationships are often threatened. Nevertheless, some stress may be beneficial. For example, although some research has suggested that stress may be a risk factor for suicide, a 2003 study found a higher risk for suicide in women reporting both low and very high stress. Those with moderate stress level had the lowest risk.
Okay. Research.
Research.
Research. Yeah, research. Suicide. Okay. Yeah. Mm. I don't think there's any new vocabulary, right? Diminishes,
Uh,
reduce.
so
Okay.
reduce, yeah,
Yeah,
reduce.
reduce. Okay.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Okay. So which part, which question can we answer?
Questions three,
Number three. Yeah.
three, and number four as well.
Okay. So number three. The study into the psychological effects of stress involved people with a history of depression. What is it?
Mm, mm, mine says uh, true.
True. Why?
Yeah.
Where did you get that part?
Uh,
We have the participants, right? They mentioned the participants, the subjects. They mentioned the depression. But did they mention like any type of history that
mm,
the participants have? No,
no,
right?
no,
So the answer is not given. Okay.
not given.
They did mention the depression. They did mention the participants, but they did not mention like if any of them had a history of depression.
Mm.
Tricky, huh? Okay. So number four, increased stress causes the body to produce more serotonin.
False.
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 Very good. Why?
So release of stress hormone disrupt normal level of serotonin.
Yeah, they disrupt the normal level, huh? Not to increase. Okay, very
Yes.
good.
Yeah.
Serotonin, the first
Serotonin.
syllable is stress. Very good.
Serotonin.
Hmm. Okay, now it comes to the tricky part. Number five, which one?
My answer is B.
B, very good. Why?
So in the last sentence of
Hmm.
paragraph two, they said the stress is beneficial
Mm.
and and
Yeah, yeah,
uh,
right.
yeah, and they said the moderate stress level had the
Moderate,
lowest risk.
moderate,
Moderate,
moderate
moderate.
stress level. Yeah. So the people with the low or high stress, they also can commit suicide, right? Yeah.
Mhm.
And there's clearly no comparison between men and women. Yeah. So the answer is B. Very good. Okay. Anything else?
No.
No. Very good. Let's move on. Heart disease.
Heart disease.
Heart.
Uh, heart.
Mm.
The effects of mental stress on a heart disease are controversial.
Yeah, controversial.
Stress can certainly influence the
Influence.
activity.
Influence.
Influence stress can certainly influence the activity of the heart when it activates the uh,
Sympathetic. Sympathetic.
sympa- sympathetic nervous system,
Mm.
the automatic part of the nervous system that affects many organs, including the heart. Such actions and orders could theoretically negatively affect
Theoretically.
theoretic, negatively
Theoretically. Negatively.
theoretic, uh, theoretically, right?
Yeah. Mm.
Theoretically, negatively affect the heart in several different ways.
Yes.
Nevertheless, evidence is still needed to confirm any clear-cut relationship between stress and heart disease. For example, a 2002 study in Scotland found no greater risk for actual heart disease or heart events, even in men who reported higher mental stress. In fact, higher stress were associated with fewer heart events,
Event.
although events. Although men with high stress levels did tend to complain of chest pain and go to hospital for it more often than those with lower stress levels. Evidence has linked stress to heart disease in men, particularly in work situations where they lack control. The association between stress and heart problems in women is weaker, and there is some evidence that the ways women cope with stress may be more heart protective.
Heart
In one
protective.
heart protective.
Mm.
In one study, for example, men were
More
apt
apt or eight is okay.
more apt than women to use. What does it mean, apt?
Be apt to do something. Have the tendency to do something.
Had tendency to do something. Okay. More apt than women to use alcohol or eat less healthily in response to stress than women,
Mm.
which might account for their
Higher.
heart risk, high,
Higher.
higher, higher heart risk for stress. Different stress factors may affect gender differently. In one study, work stress were associated with a higher risk for heart disease in men, but marsh, but marital stress, not work
Marital.
stress,
Mm-hmm.
was associated with more severe heart disease in women
Women.
with
Women.
in women with uh, existing
Heart.
heart problems.
I realized something that when you have to read a longer paragraph, you tend to like skip all the ending sounds. Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
that's why you have to read more. Yeah, you skip all the ending sounds and some pronunciation is
Because I
like this.
quen
You
tức
used
là
to it.
đọc sách. Yeah, I used to it like rare to like barely read out loud
Yeah,
anything.
that's why. That's why. That's why. This is not a good thing for your speaking because, okay, imagine when
Okay.
you have to like brainstorm ideas and then you will trở về nguyên hình. Okay. Yeah. You should. That's why you have to like read more. Okay. First,
Okay.
we have associated. Associated.
Associated.
Yeah. Associated. Although.
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 It's not like though. It's not like các chữ đờ trong tiếng Việt. It's like the. There's like the.
The.
Yeah.
The.
The.
Although.
Although. Yeah. Okay. Higher. Why do you say it like higher?
Higher.
Higher. Okay.
Higher.
Yeah.
Higher.
Okay. And all you leave out all the S sound. Yeah. Okay. So pay attention to those, huh? Okay. So what can we get from this? Oh, right. Sorry. And we have here like hospital. Okay. Go to a hospital. So what is the difference between go to hospital and go to the hospital?
I don't know.
Okay, so we remember, where we say like go to prison or go to the prison, go to hospital or go to the hospital, go to school or go to the school. So if you say I went to a hospital, which means you went there for treatment, you are sick, okay? But if you say I go to the hospital, which means maybe you go and visit somebody or you're there for something else, not necessarily you're in pain, something like that. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. For example, people brought him to hospital, which means he is sick. Okay. But people brought him to the hospital. Maybe it's not that he's sick.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Just like I went to the prison today. So not like I went to prison. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Very good. So what question can you get?
Question 6, right?
6.
6, 7 to 9. Yeah.
So number 6, what is your answer?
My answer is B.
B, very good. Yes, B. Because for the strong link between stress and heart problems, we can say like there's no clear-cut relationship or something, right? That part.
It's still something to prove.
Yeah, evidence is still needed or something. And like a reduction in stress would reduce the risk of heart attack, no. Men with high level of stress felt no physical symptoms, no, they felt like heart pain, something, yeah.
Chest pain.
Chest pain. So high stress levels and hospital visits. Okay, very good. Okay, now number 7. There may be a variety of causes of stress.
I choose C.
C, very good. Why?
In the heart disease, they got the
Yeah. Okay. Different stress factors may affect genders differently. Okay. So how could you answer?
I don't know the words. Marital stress.
Marital is another adjective of marriage, huh? Okay. Marital is adjective of marriage. So like marital is like belonging to a marriage. Yeah. Like stress after getting marriage. Marriage life. Okay.
Yes, I see 2 types of stress here. And just answer.
Okay. So number 8. The way of dealing with stress can protect the heart.
B. Only.
Yeah. Which one? Which part?
The way women cope with stress may be more heart protective.
Yeah, very good. Okay, cope with, deal with. Okay.
Cope with.
Very good. The study into the psychology or no, and increased heart disease is linked to stress at home.
B.
B, very good. Women, the marital stress part. Okay.
Okay, the marital stress.
Okay. Now let's move on. Eating problems.
Oh.
Thien, I can help you read. I can help you read.
Yeah, okay, thank you. Eating problems. Stress can have varying effects on eating, varying effects on eating problems and weight. Often stress is related to weight gain and obesity. Many people develop cravings for salt, fat, and sugar to counteract tensions and thus gain weight. Weight gain can occur even with a healthy diet in some people exposed to stress. In a 2000 study, lean women who gained weight in response to stress tended to be less able to adapt to an um, is to be less able to adapt to and manage stressful conditions. The release of cortisol, cortisone, uh, cortisone, a major stress hormone,
Hormone.
hormone, hormone appears to okay,
Hormone.
hormone,
Hormone.
okay, appears to promote abdominal fat and may be the primary connection between stress and weight gain in such people. In contrast, some people suffer a loss of appetite and consequently lose weight. In rare cases, stress may trigger hyperactivity of the thyroid gland. Thyroid gland, stimulating appetite but causing the body to burn up calories at a faster than normal rate. Chronically, elevated levels of stress chemicals have been observed in patients with anorexia and bulimia. Bulimia.
Anorexia.
Anorexia.
And bulimia.
And bulimia. Some studies, however, have not found any strong link between stress and eating disorders.
Very good. Okay. Abdominal. Abdominal is like your belly. Okay.
Okay.
It's an adjective like something belonging to your belly. Okay.
Okay.
And okay, here. Anorexia is like chứng biếng ăn hả? Yeah. Chứng biếng ăn, and bulimia is like chứng ăn nhiều hả? Yeah.
So the opposite.
Yeah, the opposite. Thyroid gland is like tuyến giáp. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So what can we get from this part?
Mm, from questions 10 to 30.
Mm.
Um, I think the last three paragraph is related
Yeah, so
to
we should read them
session.
first. Very good.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Pain.
Pain. Chronic pain caused by
Arthritis. Arthritis.
arthritis,
Arthritis.
arthritis,
Chứng
arthritis.
chứng viêm khớp.
Okay. Uh, Chronic pain caused by arthritis and other conditions may be intensified by stress.
Yes.
However, according to a study on patients with
Rheumatoid.
rheumatoid arthritis,
Arthritis.
stress management
Management.
management, stress management techniques do not appear to have much effect on arthritic pain.
Mm.
Some studies have clearly linked job dis, dissatisfactions,
Satisfaction. Dissatisfaction.
dissatisfactions and depressions to back pain. Although it is still
Although.
although it is still unclear if stress is a direct cause.
Direct cause.
Direct direct cause. Tensions type headache headaches
Headaches.
headaches are frequently associated with stress and stressful events. Some some research suggests that headache sufferers may actually
Sufferers.
suffers sufferers may actually have some biological predisposition
Predisposition.
predisposition for translating stress into muscle contractions, right? Sleep disturbances.
Yes.
The tensions of unresolved stress frequently cause insomnia, generally keeping the stressed person awake or causing awakening in the middle of the night or early morning. In fact, evidence suggests that stress can
Hormones.
hormones stress hormones can increase during sleep in anticipation of a specific waking time.
Specific.
Specific, a specific waking time.
Mm.
However, there is some hope for sufferers in this area as relaxation therapy has been found to reduce stress levels and consequently improve the quality of sleep.
Okay. I think they are all easy to understand, huh? Yeah. You know,
Yes.
biological predisposition and a natural tendency. Biological, your body, right? And
Yes.
predisposition is like a tendency. Okay. So, number 10, the problem is reduced if stress is lowered.
Is sleep.
Sleep, very good.
Sleep.
The last sentence, right?
Yes, the last sentence.
To reduce stress levels and consequently improve the quality of sleep.
Sleep.
Number 11, an increase in the severity of this problem may be related to work.
Pain.
Pain, very good. We have the Job dissatisfaction. Okay,
and
back pain.
depression. Back pain.
Okay. Stress may cause levels to increase or decrease.
Weight.
Yeah, the eating part, right?
Yeah, eating part.
Yeah, the here.
Anorexia.
Anorexia, yeah, and bulimia.
And
Okay.
bulimia.
Mm. And this problem is the result of the body's natural reaction to stress.
Sleep.
No. Natural reaction.
Natural. Pain.
Biological predisposition. Okay. Yeah. So like there's some I think professional words, yeah, that we can get. Okay. And you finished it. How many answers did you get them right?
11.
11. Very good. In 15 minutes. Very good. Okay. That's a good sign. Yeah. Very good. Okay, now let's move on to Unit 4, lifestyles. Okay, so we have four questions here, and I would love to develop these 4 questions into like speaking part 1 and part 3. Okay, so I want to hear your answers like we are in the speaking part. Okay, the first one. Do you think people work too much nowadays?
Yes. Personally, I think people nowadays have to work a lot. The reason for that is because they have to get money from their work by the increase of
Increase.
the increase of the stuff they have to have in their house.
Can you
So
explain more?
and uh, the cost of the cost of um, nó gọi là gì ta?
Hả?
I mean, ví dụ như là tiền điện, tiền nước, tiền
It costs more to pay the bills.
the bills. It costs more
Yeah.
to pay the bill, and
Or you can say that there are living expenses.
okay, their cost living, right?
Living cost.
Living cost.
Living cost, yeah. Okay.
It's
They're
yes.
all like on the rise. Okay. So people have to work more. Okay. I think your young học was not good, huh?
Yes.
Okay. So,
Tiếng Văn hồi trước rất là thấp.
okay. Try to chém gió more, huh? Okay.
I
So what do you like to do to relax?
If I have free time, I love to read books. And if my friends also have same free time as mine, we will hang out with each other or play video games with each other.
Okay. So that's it? You know what is
Nowadays,
sorry. Do you know what is a good answer? From general to specific. Okay, remember? From general to specific. Again, what do you like to do to relax?
In my free time, I love to read books, and sometimes I will hang out with my friends or okay. Mm, mm,
In your everyday life, do you get to talk to people a lot?
not quite.
Yeah, that's why.
uh,
Come on, again, you can do it.
I don't I don't get it when you said from general to specific for
Uh,
this type of questions.
okay.
Like
For
it
example,
makes me confused a little bit.
okay. You should have asked. Okay. So for
Yeah, now I
example,
ask.
okay. Like for example, like they want to. I hope like you can add a layer to your to your answer, right? So what do you like to do to relax? So you can say a little bit about like the general situation. Okay. For example, uh, I am quite busy because I have a lot to
Ah,
do with my school, so I don't get a lot of time to relax. Or if I do, I will blah 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 blah. Okay, so there should be a little bit of like an opening sentence, even though not too many, huh? Just one opening sentence.
okay.
Yeah, because like if you don't have a lot to say and if you keep your answers like short, they will. Okay. Mm.
Okay.
So what do you like to do to relax?
Mm, so as a full-time student,
Mm.
I spend a lot of time on the in the university
Yes.
for my study.
Mm.
But in the weekend, if I have any free time, I will I would love to play badminton with my friends.
Yeah.
In addition, when I'm on a tram, I will just stand. I will have free times there, so I will check the news on my mobile phones
Mm.
or read the books instead.
Better.
Okay.
Sang lên liền. Okay. Yes. Right. What is your idea of a perfect day? Đó, câu này deep nè. Part 3 nha.
Uh, mm, so I have to study a lot for
Mm.
my last year in the university. So I don't have much time to sleep. Usually I just got 4 to 5 hours per
Mm.
day for good sleep.
Mm.
So for me, if for me, a perfect day is a day I can spend more time to sleep
Okay.
and uh, have more time for my personal favorite things like
Mm.
reading or play video games.
Đó, đỡ hơn rồi đó. Very
Yes.
good. Very good. Cái vụ mà ngủ á, câu này nói cái này nó lăng lẽ hơn tí.
Okay.
Đó là because I'm too busy, so like a good 8 hours sleep is a luxury.
Oh yes.
Rồi, sáng lên chút nha. Okay. Uh-huh. Okay, very good. So how would you describe your attitude to life?
Uh, attitude to life. Um. So in order to finish my study
Mm.
in the university, I find out that I have to work very hard. Um, s- uh, it, I have to say no to my laziness and have to prepare for everything in my life well before I get into it.
Mm.
Uh, in additions, I have to make like uh, get used to the time management
Mm-hmm.
good because I have a lot of things to cope with. So uh, if not, I will missing some
You will
important things.
you will miss an important thing.
Yeah, and it it will cause me many problems.
Okay.
Mm.
So, I still don't really. Okay, so
Mm.
the core attitude real life is of you to life is
Work hard
work hard and play hard.
and don't be lazy.
Don't be lazy. Trời ơi, nghe cái gì mà nghiêm túc vậy vậy?
Uh,
Yeah, yeah,
uh,
it's okay, it's okay. Yeah, yeah, it's okay, it's okay. I'm just surprised. Yeah,
yeah.
your attitude to life. So like, instead of saying don't be lazy, you can say like,
Mhm.
leave no room for procrastination. Dang
Yeah.
lên. Yeah,
Leave no rooms for what?
procrastination. Procrastination. For you know procrastination, right?
Mm,
Procrastination.
procrastination.
Yeah, you know procrastinate. Trì hoãn.
Uh, yeah,
Trì hoãn.
procrastination.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm. Procrastination. Yeah, so
New
instead of
new
saying
words, new words.
don't be lazy, you can say leave no room for procrastination. Yeah.
Okay.
Hmm.
Mm.
You're so studious. You know studious?
But
Yeah.
I'm quite sick of it.
Yeah. Enjoy your remaining time. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, just one more years here. I
Yeah.
have to. I didn't have time to like explore
Oh,
more
about the city?
Australia. Yeah.
Ah,
So
so like
there's a lot of interesting place here.
there's destination.
Yeah, destination. There's a lot of mountains
Mm.
and the beach as
Mm.
well. Right. This is a very interesting city.
City.
They got mountains and they
Ah,
got
the
beach at the
beach.
same time.
Oh, it's like
And
a
that,
coastal city.
yeah, something like that. And yeah, I really want to explore all of them, but
But
I don't
you're
have time.
stuck with your busy schedule. That's sad.
I think it because I study engineering. Like engineering
Oh,
is something
a little bit heavy.
sucks
Ayo. Okay.
because my friends
Uh,
they study another things like uh, designer
oh,
or designer or
business.
business
Oh,
economics things.
oh,
They have the
oh.
opportunity to
Mm.
explore the world
Oh,
more.
but you are stuck with your schedule.
You see Lễ
Yeah, yeah,
he had a chance to travel a lot.
yeah,
That's the
yeah.
difference.
Oh, okay, I see. Oh, but maybe like when you graduate, you can earn more money and then you can have like vacation twice a year, something like that. Yeah.
I hope so. I hope
Uh-huh.
so.
Yeah, of course. Okay. So we have a little bit listening here. So you will listen to four people answering these questions and decide which of the words in the box describes each speaker. So the first one is pessimist. Do you know pessimist?
Pessimist.
Do you know this word? So we have the word pessimistic, huh? Pes-
Pessimist.
pessimist. Okay. We have the word optimistic. Optimism
Optimist.
first. Optimism is a noun. And then we have the word optimistic. It's an adjective. And then we have the word optimist as a noun, which means a person who is okay. Optimism is like positivity. A person who is very lạc quan, very yêu đời. Optimistic is an adjective, and optimist is a person positive who is
Mm.
optimistic. And then we have the word pessimism, bi quan.
Oh,
Yeah,
pessimistic.
pessimistic.
Pessimist.
And then pessimist. Yeah. Okay. So now you will listen and then you will tell me which speaker is. Wait a moment, please. Where's the file? Oh, so you can read like for this one. Yeah, and then you will have to fill in the gaps for the new co-locations. Okay, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Let's go.
Recording 4A. Do you think people work too much nowadays?
Not really. I think people have always worked hard for a living. I mean, it's never been easy for anyone, has it? You have to work hard if you want to achieve anything in your life. That's just the way it is, and there isn't a lot you can do about it. Life has its ups and downs, and I think the best thing to do is accept that and get on with it.
What do you like to do to relax?
For me, there is only one way to relax, and that's through sports. I like to live life on the edge, so I do a lot of extreme sports like paragliding and deep-sea diving. When you're in a dangerous situation, that's when you really feel alive. I think your attitude has a big impact on your quality of life.
What's your idea of a perfect day?
I don't think there's any such thing as the perfect day. Something always seems to happen to spoil it. Some people say I have a negative attitude, but if I plan a picnic with friends, then either it rains or my friends decide not to come along. I think it's a waste of time making plans like that. Life can be full of disappointments.
How would you describe your attitude to life?
I have a very positive outlook on life. I think it's important to treat every day as special and live life to the full. Some people approach everything as if their glass is half empty. If you do that, then it will colour every experience you have. I think if you want to lead a happy life, then you need to have a positive approach to everything.
Okay. So the first speaker, what is?
He's realist.
A realist, very good. He is a realist and work hard for.
Work hard for. Not actually get it.
Okay. Maybe because you missed it because work hard for a living. Okay.
Yeah, for a living.
For a living. Okay. So someday in life, what is it?
Um.
Oh, you didn't get them? Okay, listen again, huh?
Yeah. Okay.
Recording 4A. Do you think people work too much nowadays?
Not really. I think people have always worked hard for a living. I mean, it's never been easy for anyone, has it? You have to work hard if you want to achieve anything in your life. That's just the way it is, and there isn't a lot you can do about it. Life has its ups and downs, and I think the best thing to do is accept that and get on with it.
What do you like to do to relax?
For me, there is only one way to relax, and that's through sports. I like to live life on the edge, so I do a lot of extreme sports like paragliding and deep-sea diving. When you're in a dangerous situation, that's when you really feel alive. I think your attitude has a big impact on your quality of life.
What's your idea of a perfect day?
I don't think there's any such thing as the perfect day. Something always seems to happen to spoil it. Some people say I have a negative attitude, but if I plan a picnic with friends, then either it rains or my friends decide not to come along. I think it's a waste of time making plans like that. Life can be full of disappointments.
How would you describe your attitude to life?
I have a very positive outlook on life. I think it's important to treat every day as special and live life to the full. Some people approach everything as if their glass is half empty. If you do that, then it will colour every experience you have. I think if you want to lead a happy life, then you need to have a positive approach to everything.
Okay. So, work hard for a living and
Uh, um,
okay. Actually, it's
achievement. Yeah.
achieve. Okay, achieve something in life. Life has its
Ups and
ups.
up and down.
Very good,
Up
ups and downs.
and down.
Ups and downs. We also have thick and thin. Yeah, thick and thin. The same meaning. Do you know the meaning of this? Thăng trầm, right? Lên voi xuống chó, right? Okay. Live life on
The edge.
the edge. Very good. Okay. Feel
Alive.
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 Low quality
Of life.
of life. Very good. Have a
Negative.
negative attitude, and life is full of
Disappointment.
disappointments. Okay, disappointments. And the speaker four have a positive
I don't get it.
outlook.
Outlook.
Outlook. Yeah, outlook is like attitude. Attitude or like point of view. Outlook.
Outlook.
Okay, live life to
To the
full. The full or the fullest. Sống hết mình. Live life to the full or the fullest. Okay. In the recording, it was like live life to the full, but we can also use live life to the fullest. Okay.
Okay.
And
Live.
what a happy life. Lead.
Leave.
Lead a happy life. Or you can say live a happy life. It's okay. Yeah. Okay. So this is for today. Maybe I will send you a listening test. Okay. So you will do it at home with 40 questions. You will do it at home and then you tell me the result. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So do you need me to send you immediately? Because now I intend to work a little bit later. So like.
Don't worry.
Okay.
You can send me later after you finish your work.
Okay. Yeah, about midnight here. Yeah. Okay. Bye bye.
That's good. Okay, don't worry. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you so much.